Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me to take a look at the Jetex 64H7 catback stainless exhaust system. Jetex do refer to it as a half system, but then they also refer to some other systems as half systems. So just so that you're aware, it is from the end of the flexi-back. This is also my 2009 95 2.3 turbo edition. It's more or less the same exhaust system after the cat as any other 95 from 98 onwards, or at least up to 2010 before the NG 95. This car has covered 130,000 miles at this point, and the exhaust is either original and corroded, or it's been repaired in a manner not in keeping with the standards of this house. You've got a selection of exhausts to choose from for the 95, but I'm a Jetex convert now. This is my third, and I'd sooner go for this exhaust system than something different. I didn't really want a custom system, as I've been there before and they can sometimes be a bit loud. The system itself is made by Simon's Exhaust in Sweden, but they know their exhaust, so you're in safe hands with them. And here's a sound check of the OEM exhaust system. As you can see with the old system off the car and next to the Jetex system, the Jetex is a chunky piece of kit. The silencers are fairly large and have a lot of sound absorption in them, which is clear from their weight. The quality of the welding is spot on. I also plumped for the Jetex 64-29R Flexi as well, because of the state of my original one. When fitting them, bear in mind that after 2004 or 5, the bean counters at GM removed the rear hangers from the centre mount, which saved them a few pennies per car, but makes your job of hanging the rear section, especially if you're working on your back at a car park, far more painful than it ought to be. I used an inverted box to raise the exhaust and an axle stand to hold it up. Also remember that a smear of exhaust paste is required at every join. And here is your Jetex sound clip. I hadn't organised for the jet aircraft flyover in that clip, but it made for a lovely accidental inclusion, so it stayed. Overall, it's very sensible exhaust. It still retains a degree of burble, and it's definitely loud enough that I recognise it starting up in the car park. I want to take a moment to thank Paul at Parts for Saabs as well for his help in supplying this and the poly hangers that I used. Their service and support has always been top notch. Happy to recommend them. Back to my views on the Jetex. It has a sporty hum to it rather than a loud growl, which hints at the 260 horsepower it's got, rather than shove it through your eardrums, which is clear win for me. I commute in this car, and even on a 500-mile run to Manchester and back, it's quiet and refined with no hint of a sports exhaust when it's cruising. It's a clear win for me. I don't regret it at all. So hopefully this has been helpful to you as well. You know where you want to sit on this scale of having a loud exhaust or having something that's just a little bit more sporty. And if you're more on that side of the fence where you want something that's going to last the lifetime of the car, so stainless steel, you want something that's an easy bolt-on, the Jetex is just a fantastic option for that in my book. It's a 2.5-inch system, so it can definitely handle extra power if you want to throw that through it. It's not very restrictive in the slightest in that regard. So happy to recommend that as a system, and I'm very happy that I've got one on my car. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, if you've got any feedback, any comments, feel free to throw them in the comments section. If there's anything else that you think should be reviewed on this page as well, more than happy to hear it. So keep it coming. Many thanks.